we are underway in Buffalo. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Here we go.
Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. This defense for the Bills, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
From the 31, Tua. And a completion to Wilson. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he rolled straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Crowder now to return. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Just a net of 31 here, 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. They start the drive with Cook. Oh, he bowls over him. And he'll get this up to about the 40. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7. Second and 3. Option play. Here's Cook. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. From the gun, it's Allen. Shakir hauls it in. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage. Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
30, 10, 5, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On play action, Allen. Works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. Only able to gain a couple there. 3rd and 7 now. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run it again with Cook. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
This offense, Charles, we've talked about how well they played all season. Sitting now at 13-0 and a finish line for a perfect regular season. That's in sight. Some in the media this week were pointing back to the 07 Patriots. Of course, remember, they finished the regular season unbeaten, but they were tested multiple times in that final month plus.
Yeah, but something like 4 of the last 6 wins were one-possession games, and they played like a team that was trying to protect something instead of chasing something. And that's what happens when you have an undefeated record. So it behooves you as a team, get a couple blowouts in there so you get a chance to relax and breathe. But that's much easier said than done.
Meanwhile, Allen's throw going to be caught by Davis. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
On 1st down, Allen. Crowder's got it over the middle. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll run with Cook, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. James Cook with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31.
And the Bills are an extra point away from drawing level. But Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt.
And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
If Benogany elects not to return it, the football will come out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Tagovailoa to throw on second down here. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. They'll run on first down, Edmonds. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
And some space here. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. James Cook with their 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bills have taken the lead. Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big streak like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches, and the 2-point attempt is turned aside. Benogany elects not to return it. The football will come out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete, and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go. From the 27, Tua. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. That's complete to Edmonds, his running back. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Edmonds running out of the shotgun. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Haven't met a defensive coordinator yet that thinks 2nd and 2 is a fun situation to try and defend. Playbook is wide open for an offense, partner.
Nice job. Hold him to 1 after that 8-yard pickup on 1st down. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1. Got a man here. It's Wilson. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
That's a well-thrown ball right there. This is where arm strength pays off, because he's got to be able to get the ball both downfield and to the sideline. And that's one of the more difficult throws for a quarterback, and he put it right where it needed to be.
Mostert is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, 0 nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Tua Tagovailoa. A 4-yard touchdown scamper. And the Dolphins have regained the lead. Sanders now to add the extra point. And the lead is now 2. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. McKenzie now from his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo 1st down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Trayvon Walker in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
They'll give the Cook on the read option. It'll be a gain of 2, and speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off by Channing Tindall.
And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Fitu Melifonwu. And the Bills will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. And 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
They're watching the film, and it's working.
56, 56.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Allen.
And this is incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Allen. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
On 4th down, Matt Ariza sent on to punt.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line.
I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game because you can. It's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. And a bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football, don't they?
He's going to try and go deep again.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time.
Picked up by Jordan Poyer.
Now, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you throw this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
From the 36, Allen. And that is caught. It's Davis.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Tap forward by Allen on the jet sweep.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
5 yards remain on 2nd down.
Now Allen again.
And Allen will have the 1st down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact at the end.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Alert, alert, alert! Hey, tight, tight, tight. Alert!
Allen now on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right.
Has his man, it's Shakir.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field.
The kick by Bass is good.
And the Bills have come back to regain the lead.
So the turnover leads to points as they run through there.
Yeah, what a sequence there and a nice one for them. and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
Now a hit and a loose football. And the Bills have recovered. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
The 20. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Up the middle, it's Cook. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. 2nd and 3 from the 9. Here's Allen to throw it. And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bills take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is up to 8. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Igbenogany elects not to return it. The football will come out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something.
Heads up. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Kaiir Elam makes a pick. Wait a second, they declined the penalty?
I'm as puzzled as you are, partner. I don't understand how any time You lose possession of the ball, yet you turn down a penalty that would give you possession back. Now let's make this simple. Anyone who plays the game, take the football. Always take the football.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Buying time to his left. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the Bills winning on the road, so they look for the sweep here in Buffalo. We're in the third quarter in upstate New York with a 2nd and 10. Allen going to throw. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down. Going right back to Knox, and again a completion. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. If you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice gain.
That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, and defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Now Allen. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
He certainly did his best to find something on that run, but there just wasn't enough time to make it happen. Nice effort there, avoiding the sack and getting back to the line of scrimmage. That one certainly could have ended up worse.
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Cook up the gut. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape, and that is not going to get it done. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
It's interesting where we are in the game now. The analytics folks, they might tell you to kick the field goal and make it a 2-score game. But you have to wonder if emotionally they're thinking, let's go for the touchdown and try and slam the door.
Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They try to throw on 4th and goal from the 2, and the Dolphins celebrate their goal line stand. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
So not quite out of danger just yet. Still backed up a bit, but only need a few inches here on 2nd down. Now Tua. That's out to the flat for Edmonds. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. Play action. Now it's Tua. Steps away. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. That's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in.
Oh, Edmonds has it knocked loose. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they're going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's Allen following the fumble recovery. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Khalil Shakir, a 13-yard touchdown. And the Bills are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Benogany elects not to return it. The football will come out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Tua sets up to pass it. And it's caught over the middle. Wilson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. Here's Tua. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Gregory Rousseau able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Tua. And his throw's going to be incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Tua. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And he works free. He's got room at the 30. And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On 3rd and long, it's Tagovailoa. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
Tua on 4th down.
And now here is another interception. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line.
Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player, you have to know the situation.
The ball on the 8, still could get a first down technically, 2nd and 7. Shakir hauls it in.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line.
The offense on 3rd down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Allen now looks to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Khalil Shakir
With his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Bills add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Here we go.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Micah Hyde. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
164 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On the slant, he's got Davis. And he is going to have the Bills first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on